Hey everybody, this is Mark with Bildr. I thought that I would finally record a video that explains how we built Bildr with Bildr, because we get this question a lot. So we throw it out there, hey, we built Bildr with Bildr. I show someone and then they tweet about it, and then everybody's like, wait, I don't get it. How does that work? So I want to clear some things up. Number one, we did build all of Bildr with Bildr, and we built it with the current version of itself. We did not use an older version to build the current version. We didn't hard code it and then build it. We literally built the whole thing with itself. It was heard the chicken and the egg scenario talked about quite a bit with that. That's really what we did. But how we did it is we piece by piece created a chicken that lays eggs. So that's how you do it. It's really difficult to explain, so I'd rather just show you. So this is actually Bildr within Bildr. This is the studio within the studio. So you can see, like, in the header here, live view, publish, publish. You can also see down here the way that all these pages, these are actual pages from Bildr itself. So if I slide over into like a test project here, click that out, these are those pages, right? This is the same thing. So when we're creating the new thing or modifying something or fixing a bug or whatever it is, we are literally using Bildr to build Bildr. Now, obviously, we have a whole team of coders, and those coders do all the wonderful things that make all of that actually work. But the tool itself, the whole thing, how the data works, how all the structures work, how all the pages are laid out, all the interactions, every single thing you can do in Bildr is built with our no-code team. Okay, so to describe that in a little more detail, it's probably better for you to understand a little bit about how Bildr functions in the first place, like how you would build a project in Bildr. So on this little project, I have two pages. I have this list page and I have a row page, and this list just shows a set of people, right? And the row page is where you can type in the name of the person and all that, and you have a button to add a person. So for instance, when I click this add person, it shows the light box, and that's an action group that does a couple of things. It shows the light box and then it sets the focus. So if I come over here, live view. If I click on live view, here's my people list. I don't have any people in there yet. I'm going to add a person. All right, so it popped that light box open, sets the focus into the field. I'm going to type, I'll put my name in there, right? And I can hit enter or click create person, but then it just creates one of those rows, right? So I'm going to put Bob, right? So now there's Bob. And so if I go back over here in the UI, you can see a little bit more about how that works. So on this grid element here, this is bound to a data collection of people. It's getting all the fields in it. This right here also has a data binding on it where it gets data from the collection called people, from the name called, from the field called name. So that's how all that works. It's basically, you've got pages, those pages get nested within each other. There's data binding that ties to them, and then there are actions that occur. So like if I want to delete something, I'll click the actions of that delete button. On event, click delete this row. I can add as many events as I want to any element. So you can do things like click, you can do things like mouse enter, you can do things like when the user presses a key, when they depress the key, while they're pressing a key, all those different kinds of things. Literally any event you can think of, anything you can do on the web at all is available to you. So by combining all of that together, you get to do things that feel like a developer should be able to do those things, but you can do it without code. So for instance, if I go back here, I click delete, it removes that record, right? Pretty straightforward there. Now that you have a basic understanding of how the thing operates, I'll show you how we do certain things within Bildr. So for instance, if I pick this up, like I can grab this heading and I can move it around, or actually let's do this one, because this is this people heading right here, right? So I'm going to pick this up and I'm just going to move it below the grid instead of above, right? So it just moves it around. So I'm going to pick it back up and put it back up there. Okay, so this drag and drop right here, this is something that was configured by me. I actually created that. So for instance, if I pick this up, you can see it puts a little box over that, so you can't drop it on itself. It doesn't allow you to drop it on itself. And certain elements you can drop into, like I can drop into that input. I can't drop into those other things. I can drop between them. So there's a lot of little nuance inside of that. So let me show you in Bildr. This is Bildr and Bildr again. All right, so let's go over. This is that little page, that little one that's over here on the left. This is that page, right? So if I go to the main outer and I look at the actions of that page, we can see that on drag start, it does this set of things. So when the user begins to drag, it does a set of things. First thing it does is it shows a cover. It like masks the thing, and then it sets some variables, and there's a whole bunch of things that it does. So on drop, it's going to do a certain thing, and it checks to see if it's the first element in the list, or if it's got children, or if it allows children, or if it doesn't allow children. But it's all just configuration of elements with actions, with conditional logic is a big deal inside of Bildr. So you can do things like, inside of this action, I want to add a condition. I'm going to compare any two things you can think of. So I want to compare, we'll just type test, and the second value that I want to compare, maybe I want to get it from a value on the page, maybe I want to get it from data, or maybe I want to go pull it out of like the system. So I want to go get access to maybe, what's the domain? If the domain is bildr.com, then do this. Otherwise, do something else. Or I want the app version, or if it's in dark mode, maybe. If it's in light mode, maybe something like that. So by combining all these things together, you can build anything you want. And that's what allows us to actually build Bildr with itself.